So I'm just sitting here. Don't mind the background noise. My neighbor's taking their trash can. And so I am just kind of thinking and like watching videos as one does before they're going to sleep because whatever. That's just current times, I guess. And there's just a lot of videos where, and I appreciate their perspective. I do. But like when these reaction videos are coming across, because I know I'm not the only one who's watching reaction content, um it's always interesting to hear their perspectives when it involves a child, right? Because most of the time, um none of them have a child. They don't typically have that, like, just understanding of what it is to even be a parent. And that's fair. If you don't have the experience, you can't understand. Like, we have to always consider not only ourselves and what benefits us, right? Mentally, physically, emotionally, the whatever stimulates our joy. Like, because most of the time, I don't know about most parents, but even when you put your mental health first, even when you are doing the work and you are bettering yourself, you're still putting them at the forefront of your mind. Because essentially, when you're bettering yourself, not only as a person, but also as a parent, you have to consider the effects of every choice that you make and how not only it's going to affect your future, but how it's going to affect their future too. And for every parent, that's going to be a different perspective. Like, and that's fair. Because, like, parenthood is not linear. There is no right way to do things. Every kid comes with their own manual, and you can't find the manual. You just have to trial and error it until you see kind of how they respond to different ways of just kind of working with each other, and eventually you find that groove. But even once you find that groove, they're going out and they're interacting with other kids and they're watching different content than you, and so there's different variables that are developing the way that they perceive the world. And so it doesn't matter what stage of life you're in, you're always in this constant state of having to build a relationship with somebody who's constantly evolving, and you're constantly evolving. So it's a true investment of your time when learning about parenthood, because there is no book. So I always try to give parents a little grace. Not all parents, because there are some out there that are just genuinely should not have kids. They don't deserve to have children. But as far as, like, the parents I see, like the parents I see at school, most of them are showing up every day for their kids. They're doing their best to be as involved as they possibly can be. And then it's like, it's just, yeah. So we're all just trying to, teach each other what it is to be a parent, I think. I'd like to think so anyway. Even if it's just sharing our experiences via social media. This is going to end up going on YouTube because I've done ranted for longer than 5 minutes by the time I actually post this. But yeah, it's just crazy to think about, like, just the way the mind has to adapt and improvise as a parent compared to just when you're responsible for yourself. Because, like, even when you're in a partnership, you have to take that same time, when you're investing into a partnership, but it's a different type of connection. Because, like, when you're building a partnership with a person, it's mostly intentional. Because there isn't that instinct. You haven't... How do I even explain the way that you connect with your kids? It's so different. Because with a partner, like, but when you're raising a kid and you're being a parent, it's a step above that, where you're removing any understanding of there's no past. It's like there's no past for you to try to work through, to try to learn and unlearn. It's a day by day thing. And that's so crazy to like explain out loud, to be honest, because it's so in depth in the way that parenthood has to be. Like, you have to, from day one, like, you, that moment they are in this world with you, and this goes no matter how you become a parent, by the way, because like, whether it's adoption, or you had them via C-section, or you birthed them vaginally, or they're stepkids, or whatever, it's from the moment you're in it till forever. So it's like, you just have to really be mindful of that sometimes, but it's not always easy, because you do have that past. You have that human experience already. And let's be honest, I don't know too many of us in this day and age who don't have some level of trauma. Unless you are a brand new baby, between a brand new baby and like 5, just before they're going into school. If your kid's a preschooler, then they've already started to have their, you know, if they're babies, because some babies do go, and because, hey, we gotta hustle, it doesn't matter. You get 6 weeks to heal, and then you have to go back to work. So yeah, we rely on daycares from probably about month 2, if we're lucky. 6 weeks. 6 weeks is not enough for you to create a bond with your child and heal your body, period. That's insane. But that's for a different conversation. And I think that's what causes mothers to, especially here, to become so unattached. It's not always intentional. It's just like, well, as much as I want to be attached to my child, I have to have this job, and I have to pay all these bills, and it doesn't matter. And if you have a partner, let me tell you what, being a single parent is not all I mean, I don't know too many people who are glamorizing it, but I don't think it gets the recognition that it should. Oh, geez, I'm spilling water over here. I just really don't. I don't think parents get enough recognition, and single parents especially, because, like, whew, probably not even gonna end up posting this, but ugh. I don't know what else to say about it. Being a parent's crazy though, and I'm just proud of us for not, you know, going to dark spaces where we've been prior to being parents, or even as really young parents, because don't let anybody fool you that sleep regression is going to mess with you, okay? When your baby's crying at 3 a.m. and you're just like, all right, I'm going to do my best not to lose it, because it's not this baby's fault. That's just their only way of communicating, and you have to really catch yourself. I don't know about you, but I didn't really grow up in a loving household full of sugar and love. I grew up in a household where, oh, you made too much noise. Now I'm gonna whoop your hind end, and I'm gonna scream at you, make you feel like a worthless piece of shit until you shut up and stop talking. Don't know about anybody else's childhood, but that shit messes you up just a little bit. And so when when you start making that change. Oh, and that's another thing too about parenthood. Oh my gosh, making friends is a whole different ball game, because now it's not just, oh, we want to go party. Oh, we're gonna go hi Candace. Oh, we're just gonna go kick it and hang out and do nothing. Like, that's great. There's nothing wrong with that lifestyle. But you cannot expect single parents to do that. Especially single parents who have nobody to just, who's going to show up, right? I don't even have anybody who's regularly, like, I have to go out of my way just in hopes that some of the family will help me with my children. And you know what's crazier? I get help from people that I'm not even related to more than my own family. So it's like, and it's still not much though. It's just little bits here and there because everybody's going through it. Obviously, we're all doing our best to survive. And so, like, I'm trying not to be ungrateful. I'm trying not to be, like, super extra about it. It's just, it sucks, is all, you know? This just turned it into me being a vent because, like, I guess I needed it. But, yeah, man, it's just, people have the wrong expectations for us, like, in this position. Like, yeah, it sucks. I would love to get all cute and get dressed and put on my just whatever girlhood and go out and hang out with the girls or go out and hang out with the guys or whatever. I would love nothing more than to, I'm trying to get my hair tie off. There's nothing more I would love than to have a night out or like to have people over or like whatever, but I have kids. That's the point of that little spiel, is just I have 3 kids. And so I can't, you know, like what am I supposed to do? I don't have anybody who's going to come watch the kids. And it sucks. I can't even go Christmas shopping. Because, like, I'm not an online shopper. You're not going to convince me to buy shit online ever. It's never going to happen. There it is. That's it. I'm not going to be an online shopper. I think it's the most ridiculous thing. I love going to the store, physically getting the thing and knowing that is exactly what I'm getting. I don't care. You'll never change my mind on that. Ever. First of all, I have to wait for it to get to me? No. I'm not waiting. If I was going to be somebody who sat down and waited, I would never get anything done. If I want the thing and there's something I want to get, I have to physically go to the store. I have to physically get this thing in my hands, and I have to see that it has all of the things it's supposed to have. If it's clothes, that it's going to fit. Shoes, they're going to fit. Toys, they have all the parts, because sometimes that happens where like the manufacturer forgets parts or something's already been taken out of the package along its shipping journey or just whatever. There's something wrong or defective about the product. I want to see that firsthand. I want to see that. I want to feel it. I want to know, okay, cool, that's not the one I need. And I want to get the right one, the right thing, the first time. And I just would rather see it myself. So that's my little rant about online shopping. I think the whole thing's ridiculous. I've had like one thing delivered to me in the past. And now I'm not talking Instacart, because like, yes, I get my groceries Instacart. I'm talking like Amazon, just stuff like that. No. But I did have to get this one thing online because it's only available online and I needed it. And that got dropped off at my neighbor's house. Now, luckily my neighbor's cool and she's very nice. She's just a woman with her dog. So she's very cool. But like, so luckily she was very nice about it. But like, what if, my neighbor wasn't that cool? Like, you don't know who my neighbor is. I have the number on the front of the thing and on the mailbox. You could see my address double. There's no reason it should have ended up at my neighbor's house. But no, it's whatever. Thankfully, I went and got it. My neighbor's cool. Everything was fine. But like, I'm just saying, what if? Or like, what if I'm grabbing my own package and somebody's like, oh, but this girl did pirate. No, that's mine. I hate it. You'll never convince me to shop online. If it was not a necessity, I wouldn't have even gotten that thing. But yeah, so that made me angry. But outside of that, oh my god, outside of that, I